Am I back? Are you still there, Chris? Can you folks hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. All right. I don't know what happened. That was a technical glitch. It looks like people are dropping off. Maybe, yeah, some people have dropped off. I don't know if Chris is going to come back in or not. I know you can hear and see me. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what happened. I suddenly got a message that the webinar is being terminated due to authentication issues, and the bottom fell out. So, yeah, you're absolutely right, Ray. I'm going to hang out for just a minute or two here and see if Chris comes back. And yeah, Ray, I understand that. I really do. Yeah. Chris is back. Wait a minute. No, it says she's here. That's interesting. It says you're here, Chris, but I don't see you. Yeah. I can, yes in the chat. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you gotta love technology, right?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I saw a message flash on my screen that the webinar was being terminated because of authentication issues. I've never seen that before. And then the bottom fell out. So,
And then I was still on, and Chrissy said she could still see me and hear me. The chat was off. And then the chat came back on, and then they couldn't see me anymore.
yeah.
Oh, well.
Who knows? Where were we?
I don't know, but I want to tell Ray, my heart goes out to you because the emotion and the pain is so fresh for you. Yeah. And it will hurt less in a few months, but you'll never forget. You'll never, ever forget. And you don't want to. But God bless you.
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't want to forget, for sure.
So we were talking about MLSP and the value they give. And I mean, not only the CRM and now the blogging platform, which apparently everyone, and myself included, are having people join their lists, click on their offers. And so it is optimized to the peak that they can optimize by themselves. And like you say, the CRM, the free training, and sure, some weeks there's webinars that sell things. But that's okay. The value beforehand, before they start their pitch, is usually excellent also.
Well, and I don't mind. I mean, the value of the things they're selling is there too. It's just that I don't buy every course there because I simply don't have, being one human being, I don't have the time to do every course that's available.
Well, I've got 6 courses sitting there that I have not done yet.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to have blog fodder for the rest of my life.
Sure. and that's the issue. So you just can't do anything. I mean, I would have loved, like the recent Diane course, I would have loved to have jumped into her Twist Your List course, but I just can't add one more thing on my plate right now. I had to put my blinders on and say, can't do this right now. No.
Yeah, I put my blinders on too, even though I was on both webinars, and the second one mainly because of Lisa Grossman. God, I love that woman.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I love her. She's just so awesome. Hey, well, look, we're past the top of the hour, and we've lost a few people, possibly because the platform fell apart. I don't know. What advice do you have, Chris, for someone who's just starting out, relatively new, or maybe they've been in a few MLMs in the past and haven't made it work yet?
You've got to find a platform that's going to train you properly, or you're never going to see success. You know, I see some of these kids out here, and you know they're smart people, and they've got a new MLM every week because they don't stick with it, because they think it's not working, because who knows why. So they jump into another one thinking that one's going to be the golden nugget. This is going to be the golden ticket. It takes time, people.
It takes time. You know,
and training.
And yeah, and there was an interesting quote the other day on the internet. I know you saw it. I saw it. In fact, I shared it. It's why do some people think 3 to 5 years to build a fortune is a long time when they're willing to sit in a cubicle for 40 years?
Yeah.
And it's true. It's true. I mean, you know, the job mentality of grow up, get a job, sitting in a cubicle for 40 hours, never have enough money to pay your bills at the end of the month, and just scrape by is there, and people are willing to do that for 40 years. Yet they think that putting in a couple or $300 to start a business and then working for 3 to 5 years is a lot of money and a long time. So,
a lot of people come into this industry because they've heard about making money online, and they think they're going to do it quickly, and they see success stories out there, but they have no idea what that person did to become a success, or how long it took them to become a success.
That's right. That's right. You know, it's easy to look at Ray Higgins, for example, say, well, you know, he's making $4 million a year. All I got to do is get my blog going here, and pretty soon I'll be making $4 million a year too. And and you got to pay attention to the backstory. You know, there's a hell of a backstory there. You know?
For all of them. It doesn't matter which one. For all of them, there is a backstory.
Well, the Mark Lalonde interview this morning was, I mean, I'm sorry, I know we're going on a little lull, so anyone who has to leave, just feel free. But the Mark Lalonde story this morning, that just blew me away. I mean, the guy was literally homeless.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how many years ago, but, and I got to tell you, I don't know how many people really realize this about me, but one of the reasons I live in my house in Mexico is when I owned the flight school, we bought this house as a weekender, and I paid cash for it back then. And in 2013, when the final lawsuit cleared, I was penniless, absolutely penniless, just a few years ago. And I hunkered down in this house because I could, you know.
Thank God.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have been on the street. 5 years ago, I would have been on the street. I was that close myself. And you know, there's a lot of backstory. There's a lot more backstory to the backstory. But you know, I came out of a business that was doing $5 million a year that I owned, and ended up penniless.
In a blink of an eye, your life can change. And listen, Mark Lalonde is an awesome leader. That guy pours so much free stuff out into the community. his community he's built, and he has the biggest heart. And he'll say, "No, I'm not going to give that away." "Oh, hell, you can have it." He just tickles me to death.
Well, my respect for that guy certainly came up huge this morning, leaps and bounds. And for anyone who's on here, if you didn't see the show this morning, the Bob Miller Gratitude Success Show with Mark Lalonde, it's certainly worth going back and watching. And it's long, it's an hour long, but that guy's pretty interesting.
Yeah. He is. And Lynn, he does a Sunday webinar every week.
Okay, I got to start getting on his stuff. I got to learn more about him. I'm gonna go through his Twitter stuff, because I've been using Twitter now too, and I've got Tweet Jukebox running, and I'm really impressed with the results so far. So
well, and Mark can help you more with that.
Yeah. So anyhow, all right. Well, look.
All right.
Any final thoughts, Chris? Anybody have any questions? We're watching the chat. I really appreciate talking to you, Chris. I think that we learned a lot. I learned a lot. I appreciate it. I'm going to remind everybody, I told them before when we were waiting for you to come on, and let me ask you a question while I got you here. Did the panelist link that I sent not work, or did you not get it, or what went wrong there?
It didn't work.
Didn't work. Strange. Okay. Well, just a quick reminder, 5 o'clock today, a webinar called What's Working Now on Facebook. And Chris is actually going to be on that webinar with me. She's going to talk about syndication of fan pages, and we're going to look at some other things that are working right now on Facebook. So show up. Anyone who's an affiliate, if you send anyone to the webinar, you get, and it is a selling webinar. I have a course for sale at the end. But if we sell any of the courses, you get 50% commission. So if you need to learn more about that, get in touch with me. And we'll see you at 5 o'clock today. So
I'll be there.
All right, Chris. Thanks a lot.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks everybody for coming.
Bye-bye.
Bye.